Hey guys, Brian with Lean by Doing. Today I am in Ireland visiting Adman Steel Shed. This place is phenomenal for looking on the outside. Let's go check it out inside. So what you're looking at behind me is their amazing two-bin Kanban setup. Every supply is set up in a two-bin system, so if you run out, you can easily reorder. So if you're using this particular thing, you'll pull the second bin forward, and right here is the Kanban card to pull and to turn in so that you can order more of that particular thing. Super cool, they made their own little holders that clip right into the bins like this, and then they're using a magnet on the Kanban card to kind of cover the product so that the Kanban is getting pulled. Another cool thing is that they have these rails to keep all of their bins in line so they're not clunking into each other, and it keeps everything nice, easy, and organized. So behind me is something that you don't see in the United States, especially at my operation, and that is all of the workwear that they have for their employees. This is to make sure that they're safe, that they're standardized, and they have it in stock. Everything is set up in a two-bin system, so they're optimizing when they're ordering. Also, when a staff needs a hoodie because their other one got torn, they can quickly and easily come in here and find what they need and get back to work. So now we're in the break room, and you can see here they have their vision and individual tasks for each person in the leadership team to complete to reach their vision. Also over here they have their values. Something that I haven't seen is they are actually giving a definition for each one of their core values. A lot of us will just list a core value, but we won't actually explain what it means. So I think that is super cool. Going over a little more to the right, this is part of their morning meeting setup over here. One of the things I thought was really cool was they would bring up the reviews for actions that came up during the morning meeting, and then they would list them here and they would talk about them every day until they get completed, which that is super rad. Another thing that they do that's pretty cool is actually the unplanned and planned time off. So you can actually do some planning on your shop floor when you know somebody's not going to be here today. Super cool, very nice, well done morning meeting. This is the maintenance board for all of their equipment. You got to remember that they're actually doing installations in the field, so they have trucks and trailers and trolleys, all kinds of things, and this is showing you what day of the week it needs to be done, and when it's done, they can flip the card around so it's showing green. That means that that maintenance is done. I'm not sure you'll see too many places that go to this level of making sure that things are maintained, but they are doing a superb job. So now in their office, they've standardized every one of their desks, so they all have the same thing. The coolest thing is they all have a printer. How much time and energy do we waste sending our employees to one printer closet to retrieve what they've printed, or if they're printing a large sum of papers and it's interfering with other people being able to get what they need. So every station has its own printer. So now we're into the office area where they're actually doing the Kanban ordering. As you can see, this is the stuff that they've ordered this week. This is stuff that was ordered last week, 2 weeks ago, and 3 weeks ago. And they move these around until they come in. And once they come in, they can put the cards back and put the inventory back in its place. Throughout their entire office, they have Kamishibai boards that are allowing people to figure out what tasks need to be done. They're red on one side, and when they're done, they're flipped and they become green on the other side. Super cool, easy way to organize your office. Let me put that back so they can make sure they get that done correctly. Now we're at their first brake press out in the shop, and you can see that everything is in its place and has a home. It's super easy for the operator to maintain their work area and to keep things flowing. They're using a lot of Gemba pipe in order to build things for moving things around like trolleys or work tables, which is also super cool. On the brake press, you can see here they've actually put standards in place. Using Gemba docs, you can scan this and watch a video to show you how to do that operation. And then they have safety guide built in right next to here. This is super cool. The operator who's running this has his Kanban actually just magneted right onto the front of the press. That's the part that he's making, which is right over here. That pile here, making this to here. Another thing you're going to notice throughout their entire factory is everything is clean. It's swept up really well. There's plenty of space. There's safety guardrails to keep people away from the equipment. Lots of room to perform the work and lots of room for future growth opportunities. Now you're looking at a 3S board. These are in each different area. It kind of shows the person and what their responsibilities are going to be for their 3S time. And you have your dates across the top, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, with a list of the tasks that they need to complete during that 3S time. This is something that's super cool. It's pictures of the way it used to be so that everyone knows that that's not where we want to be. We want to look like this, not that. These trolleys are their version of a Minomi cart, and they have painted the slots to signify where the parts go when they're doing the assembly. Because what they found was so many of these things are so close to being the same part that their assemblers had to struggle to figure out where they go and how they go. Now they have them color coded so they know this means trusses, this means studs, this means roof. Super cool, easy visual control. I think it would be odd if they didn't use one of their own sheds for some of their offices in their warehouse. This is one of their production managers' building, and I think it's cool that they're using their product right on the shop floor. If you're going to implement a Kanban system throughout your facility, you're going to have turn-in spots. And it's really good to have clear expectations for everybody. As you can see here, the drop-off location times. These are when they're picking it up, 9:30 and 2 p.m. So if the card's sitting here, it hasn't been picked up yet, you know it's going to be picked up by the 2 o'clock collection time. The simplest things are the best things. Labeling everything. Plastic goes in the plastic bin. Cardboard only goes in the cardboard only bin. General waste, general waste. Their labeling throughout their entire building and their entire facility is just top notch. It's almost like Taishi Ono is making a comeback. Everybody is starting to implement these Ono circles where you can carry them around your shop floor, set them on the ground, and actually watch the work happening to see how you can make improvements. In their assembly area, they have this wonderful tool ball, but it's also holding all of their door templates. So right down here, they have all the fixtures that the installers need to assemble everything right here, right close to the work. This may seem like a really simple improvement, but it's super useful. They use Gemba pipe to pitch their trash cans so that when you're doing the assembly, it's easier to pitch your stuff away. They also have it sorted with cardboard and plastic waste, reusable foam. Super cool, super easy, something I highly recommend you do. When you start doing lean, you often think that having inventory is the enemy, and it's not. It's having the right inventory. And behind here, you're going to see that they have these Kanban carts that actually have the Kanban on it. So this is how much they need to keep on hand for their next job. So it's all about creating the right inventory at the right time. Man, I really enjoyed my trip in to see Adman Steel Shed. These guys are worth it if you're in the area, or if you want to make a trip all the way here just like I did. Highly encourage. Awesome lean company, super great people, superior product. Thanks for watching.